So this one's elite, 3-star elite, which would be TVL, Traveling ViceLords. I had a buddy that I'm not going to say his name because it's a street name and it's known a lot of places. And I said it the other day because I was at a public office in the city in downtown Chicago, trying to get an ID or whatever, and this one bum's arguing with another bum across the street, and he's talking about how he called himself a 5-star, or universal, and it's like, oh yeah, I've known a couple of them, and he's like, yeah, I got 40 shorties on the block, and come off you, talking to the other bum, and which the other bum was preaching about Hoover, so he's a folk, and and talking about Lord Hoover, which he was a genius, and he probably may be an enlightened being, just worked on the street path. But anyway, I respect some of his genius, but I also know that he was overall a very powerful bad guy. But different strokes for different folks. He did what his life led him into. But I don't hold that against him, and I'm sure he said his prayers and been begging for mercy for many years, and at I think TAMS or no ADX. But anyway, so this guy was yelling at the other guy saying, "Oh, I'm 5-star. I got 40 shorties on the block." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, 5-star, huh?" And then I said, one of my buddies tried blessing me as a 3-star elite. And I said, no, that I can't join a gang. But he's like, well, you should still come over here and give us that weed. But anyway, but as soon as I said, but he looked at me like, oh, you don't know nothing about that. And looked like he was going to come at me. And then I said, oh yeah. And then I said a name. And he changed his whole demeanor real quick. And, then came and whispered in my ear. He's like, right, best friends with the 5-star. He corrected himself real quick, just in case I went and said, in case I was still in contact with that person, for him lying and for him saying that like that would have got him violated and hurt pretty significantly. That's why he came and knew that I wasn't lying when I said that name, and so he came and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go fight this dude across the street. Here, hold my wallet. And he's like, it's got my money in it. It's got my social security card, my ID, which, the ID went to a place that I went and got an ID to later. But actually, I haven't found that guy to give him his wallet and his couple dollars back, which I've not touched it even when I didn't even have a dollar in my pocket. I still left it in there and intend to give it back to him because he was clowning around with another guy. They were mainly just playing, but he ended up going one way, and I sat there and waited for an hour. I was like, dude, I'm not going to sit here and wait for this fool all day. I went back to that area and looked for him a couple times, but I'm not just going to give it to somebody else, and I'm not going to, sit there and keep wasting that much time just because he was, goofing around, which, some of it was funny and some of it was entertaining to me, but, it's just like how quick that, he changed, and he was very friendly to me after that. No problems. But, it's every once in a while you got to say something where hold on, man, I'm not a normal white boy, and I know people, and I was always respected and very well liked everywhere that I was, and never did people real wrong where they're going to want to be, playing games and upset with me. My problem is spiritual warfare and the psyops from higher beings that don't want me to save all your souls, which that's what I'm here to do. So that one's on Elite Star, which I am the Elite Star of the universe, here to save you all. High Priest, Chosen One, Melchizedek, they called me, a Melchizedek priest. But anyway, prayers and blessings to all that feel me. Shane Michael, Rogue One. Yeah. Blessings.